In the U.S., if you turn in 2 unregistered guns, the police will give you 2 $100 gift cards. It's called Gun Buyback Day. The goal is simple: get dangerous weapons off the streets and make the city a little safer. Everything is going smoothly until an elderly woman shows up with a suitcase. She calmly tells the officers the weapons belong to her father, a World War II veteran. But when the suitcase opens, every cop freezes. Inside isn't just 1 or 2 guns, it's a whole arsenal. Old rifles, pistols, hunting shotguns, lined up neatly and surprisingly well maintained. And then they notice something even worse. There's a landmine sitting right in the suitcase. The mood instantly changes. Officer West calls the bomb squad immediately, while Nolan gently escorts the old lady aside. "Don't worry," Nolan tells her. "We'll get you those gift cards."
What about the ones in my trunk?
In a city like Los Angeles, strange things like this happen more often than you'd think. Many older residents still have weapons passed down from decades ago, but the real trouble begins later that day. While Nolan and his partner are on patrol, they stop by a small convenience store. The moment they walk in, they see an old woman pointing a gun at 2 young men.
Don't move.
Put the gun down.
They tried to rob me.
Drop the gun now.
As soon as she notices the police, she lowers the weapon. One of the guys instantly bolts for the door. The other tries something even crazier. He attempts to crawl into the ceiling to hide. Nolan takes off after the runner. The suspect sprints through the streets and disappears into a nearby neighborhood. In panic, he breaks into a random house. Inside, there's a family and children. Nolan can't risk a reckless move. He enters the house carefully. The suspect runs upstairs. Following the sound of footsteps, Nolan slowly pushes open a bedroom door.
Don't move! Drop the gun!
Then, gunfire. For the first time in his career, Nolan shoots a suspect at point-blank range. Everything happens in seconds. When backup arrives, Nolan is still standing there, stunned.
7 out of 15. Negative on the ambulance. Suspect is deceased.
He starts trying to explain what happened, but his training officer cuts him off immediately. "Don't say a word." By department policy, any officer involved in a fatal shooting must go through a full investigation.
What should I do?
Nothing. You're the suspect.
The house is sealed off. Investigators begin their work. Nolan is pulled aside and asked question after question. Where was the suspect standing? How many shots were fired?
1. That way.
For the first time, Nolan understands what it feels like to be the one under investigation. After taking off his badge, fear finally hits him. Sergeant Gray pats him on the shoulder. The first one's always the hardest. As Nolan's supervising officer, Gray reminds him what comes next. Union representatives, internal affairs, homicide detectives, even the district attorney. Every word Nolan says will be examined carefully.
A lot of people. Just tell the truth, the best of your ability.
Meanwhile, Nolan's teammates are also questioned. Investigators dig into everything, even his personal life. They ask whether Nolan recently experienced trauma, a breakup, a death in the family. Lucy hesitates for a moment. In the end, she decides to hide the truth about her relationship with Nolan.
No.
A few hours later, Internal Affairs arrives at the station. Leading the investigation is Officer West's own father. Despite Nolan's friendship with West, there will be no favoritism. In this room, officers don't have the right to stay silent. Refuse to answer, and you're out of the police force.
Did you have any less than lethal weapons available? Taser, pepper spray?
Yes.
Did you attempt to use any of these less than lethal weapons?
No.
Why not?
I'm not sure. I didn't have time.
You're not sure, or you didn't have time?
I didn't have time.
Say the wrong thing, and things could become much worse. After the first round of questioning, Nolan turns in his badge. Until the investigation ends, he's told to stay home, keep his phone on, and avoid discussing the case with other officers. Gray personally drives him home. He doesn't usually like Nolan, but before leaving, he says something honest. "If I were in your shoes, I would have done the same thing." Still, Nolan barely sleeps that night. At 40 years old, he's never felt pressure like this before. The next morning, he goes straight to the captain and asks to review the body cam footage.
You have a right to see it, but honestly, I don't think you should.
I need to see it.
Captain Zoe, a former Marine, understands exactly what Nolan is going through. Even experienced soldiers struggle after taking a life for the first time, and Nolan is just a rookie with 9 months of training.
Drop the gun! Don't move! Drop the gun!
but Nolan can't stop thinking about it. In his mind, the suspect was only robbing a store. Maybe he never intended to shoot anyone.
It's not what I saw.
Zoe reassures him the department will support him, but the final decision still belongs to Internal Affairs. With nowhere else to go, Nolan spends the rest of the day sitting outside the station. Lucy hears what he's going through and becomes worried. To help him process everything, she drives him back to the house where the shooting happened. The family is still living their normal life. Kids are playing in the yard. Lucy tells him something important. They're safe because you did your job. For the first time since the shooting, Nolan feels a little relief. That night, Lucy drops him off at home. To avoid raising suspicion during the investigation, Nolan doesn't invite her inside. Later that night, Nolan goes to the kitchen looking for food. Then he notices something strange. His front door isn't fully closed. Before he can react, someone attacks him from behind. Nolan is knocked unconscious. When he wakes up, he's being dragged across the living room floor. Standing over him is the brother of the suspect Nolan shot. The man spent a fortune making bail, and he only came for one thing: revenge.
Hey!
Nolan fights back, and together they manage to overpower the attacker.
John, are you okay?
Police are called immediately, but another problem appears. If officers arrive and see Lucy there, their secret relationship will be exposed.
Who's to say this wasn't just a friendly hang-up?
At 1 a.m?
And during the investigation, Lucy already lied to Internal Affairs about it. Nolan quickly tells her to leave. "I'll handle this." Soon, patrol cars surround the house. Internal Affairs steps in again. According to procedure, Nolan's shooting has already been ruled justified, but investigators still have one final question.
You were home alone.
Yes, sir. I was alone.
The attacker claims that earlier that night, a third person was inside the house. Yet Nolan insists he was alone. Nolan knows he can't reveal the truth. If Internal Affairs learns Lucy was there, the investigation could explode, so he sticks to his story. Probably just the TV, Nolan says. The investigator writes it down, and surprisingly, doesn't push further. In the end, Internal Affairs decides not to pursue the matter. From their perspective, whether someone else was there doesn't change the shooting itself. Since Nolan isn't talking, they let it go. After days of pressure and uncertainty, the storm finally settles, at least for now.